near you.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome. How are you doing today? Doing good. Welcome, Roger Blair. We got KSCA, Care Bear, Ashley, Hannah. Welcome there, Ashley. Cindy Simpson, nice to see you there. And of course, I cannot wait to get my studio equipment up and running because we got a little twisted in the house. Nice to see you a little twisted. Nice to have everybody here on a Monday evening. Amy, WC. Welcome, Lorna. Julian, don't forget, we got something special coming up for you. Anna D, nice to see you there. Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca. Welcome. I miss you so much. Scott Young, welcome to the show. Denise. Hello, Denise. Welcome, everybody. So, interesting today, ladies and gentlemen. We have an announcement to make, and so welcome to the show. Yeah, I'll get my clap button working. But what's interesting is that Peter Marks had a conversation with myself the other day, and I granted somebody joining our network in being a co-host with Peter, and it is Julian Michaels. And I think the world of Julian Michaels. He's an outstanding person, full of energy. And you all know that not just anybody's able to join our network, but Julian Michaels is now an Outlaw family member, and I'm proud to have him. Mr. Michaels, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, Grizzly. And just to and Ane, how are you doing? Just to correct you, it's Julian Michael.
Yes, I always put the S on it. It's my southern twang.
I've been doing this for over 45 years, and conferences and stuff, and people say, "Oh, Julian Michaels," and they're expecting Jillian Michaels.
Oh Lord, no. Well, we got the only one and only on our show, so yes.
Well, yeah, and I can shape shift into Jillian if you wish, but that take a little while. But yeah, and some people were disappointed because they were going, "Where's Jillian?" And I said, "Julian," and it was like an Abbott and Costello kind of experience. But all right, blessings. Hello, everyone.
We want to give a shout out to Peter, ladies and gentlemen. Peter is a little bit under the weather. He's not be able to make it to his own show. And anything I can do for Peter or Ane, we're going to help. And so prayers do go out to him. He's at the doctor's right now. But Mr. Julian, how have you been since the last time we saw each other?
Well, I've been great, and it's wild. I mean, look at all that has happened in such a short period of time. I mean, we had not only in our own lives, but also in the geopolitical scene as well as around us. You know, we have Donald Trump going through what he's going through, and then here we have a full moon in Capricorn. And the next thing is that our beloved Joe Biden, the president of the United States, decides to, back down. And then here I am in Pennsylvania with Ethel, and Ethel decides to do opera here. Let me open the door for Ethel here. Come on, Ethel. Go.
So, yeah, we are going through a lot of shifting energies. I do concur with that. And the stability of everything is very questionable. Very questionable.
Good. That's a great point, because in regards to questionable, we need to question everything, because we're in July, which is a 7, and the 7 is us realizing we're the mystics, we're the Jedi, we're the ones who are the alchemists, and it's time for us to wake up to this energy. If not, then we're going to fall. We're going to fall very, very deep into a hole where we might not come back. So it's definitely time for all of us to like wake up, especially in July being the 7th.
No, I totally agree with you on that. And I wasn't very much in tune with you and Peter with regards to what you all do and how you see things in perspective. But the journey I'm on, it seems like the road keeps winding and the doors keep opening. And I'm learning so much in how everything plays a role with one hand to the left, to the right, how they interchange and how all the energies affect everybody. It's fascinating.
Well, it's all energy. We're all we are energetic beings, and what's important for us to understand that we're here to realize that we are physical as well as cosmic frequencies walking around. And what I do as a numerologist, I take your name and take your birth date, and I tell you a few things about yourself, but also I've I've been doing this for a living for over 45 years, and I compose charts. This is what I do.
Right.
I compose a person's name at birth date, and I create a whole chart of their evolution, of why they're here, what's happening, what's going on at this time in their lives. And it's epic. It's epic right now. I mean, just also look at your own life as well as you and your family, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, all that's happening right now. There's a reason why all this is happening, because we're all shifting big time.
Yes, we are shifting, and a lot of people don't understand the shifting if they're not aware of it, but they do feel the energy transfer and why things change, and they're starting to question that, which is awesome because people do need to be aware of how things affect each other in our vibrational world, and that's very important to me.
Well, yeah. And the world's always going to be vibrating, and as long as we're here, we're going to be vibrating. But yet, it's understanding a little bit more of what is happening and how to be flexible and free in what is happening and not be shocked in what is going on. So it's important for us to be prepared to what is going on and how to prepare ourselves, how to do the meditation, the prayer, how to align ourselves and come from our power and not giving our power away.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. What's your take on A about what he's discussing?
I feel it's very accurate and right on point. And we do have to definitely prepare ourselves and stay grounded in our power and our energy, because but also at the same time unite, in our energies, because with that, when we can kind of unite as far as a healing energy, a common energy, if we can do that, then we can actually make a difference energetically in this world. But it has to, we all have to kind of be of the same energy. And it doesn't matter, what spectrum you are believing in here or there. You have to have a common energy, a common belief. And I feel like if we unite in that, where where all our souls basically are, one in the first place before we even come here and jump into these little lovely meat suits that we have, I feel like, yes, this is something very powerful. And we all have different ways of expressing and sharing our abilities and healing and helping others. And I am so impressed with Julian's ability with his numbers. Oh my gosh, he's a whiz. And so I'm so happy to be here and honored to be here next to Julian, because I see his talent, I see his energy, and I love it. I feel he has so much to give and offer everybody. And so I'm excited to see how many people he can help here today with his readings. So because I've experienced them, and I dead on accurate and inspirational, and I love that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
One of the things I want to remind the audience that is listening and watching now, and also on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, and Apple, and the other platforms we're on, you really, to experience the full effect of Julian, you need to speak with him and book your time with him. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing here is nothing that you receive in a reading. And the reason why I say that is that we do readings on each other's the show, after the show, in our own personal time. And it's very interesting to see his energy and how accuracy he is. Ashley says, Mr. Michael, I love Julian's energy. So yes, everybody does. And that's why when Peter talked about bringing you on, yeah, absolutely. I don't have no qualms to promote and help and get you out there because you are very special to people. However, somebody, Julian, owes you a reading. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
actually on a Master 22 day. Are you kidding? It's double 11. 11 is the energy of light intelligence. LIGHT comes out to a 2911 if you add the letters to the numbers. And the fact that we're in a Master 22 with a full moon in Capricorn in July, I'm ready. Let's go for it.
All right. Do you have anything you want to focus on? Or just a general?
Let's just give a general.
Okay. Let's see what we got here for you. Julian.
And I hear the cards.
Yep.
One of my exes was top tarot reader in Los Angeles in the 80s. So yes, I learned about that then.
Oh my, look at this.
And just to let the audience know that
yeah.
enough,
I am, yeah.
And there is an interesting philosophy very quickly about the cards in the tarot that one of the stories is the fact that a man with a priest was jailed, and this was sort of like in the 1500s or so, and he asked for a pen and some paper. He was very educated, and not everybody knew how to write and do these things. And what he did is he drew the tarot deck, and the tarot deck, according to him, was the adventure of Christ consciousness.
And in the tarot, because it's really interesting, and with the tarot is like there's numerology in it, there's astrology in it, there's spirituality, there's the Kabbalah in it, there's the tree of life in it. It's like all this symbolic meanings in these little cards, and so much symbolism in the cards in one tiny little card, and it's all which speaks to you. And can I see Julian? Can we switch to Julian?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Because I want to see him. Okay, there you go, baby. All right, here you go. It shows here because I have this spread. I made my own little spread out, and because the way I was raised where, just my aunt and my mom, they used to just kind of do all kinds of major, just this big giant spread. But once I started doing things on my own in a public area, it's like, and I had to do fast readings, speed readings. I had to create my own energy here, my own reading, and my own layout, so that I could like really give some kind of focus. And since we are on a show right now for others to also be able to enjoy your readings, that you can help them with, I'm using this layout here for you. And the heart of the matter I have here for you is you have the 10 of Wands. That represents you work hard at what you do, and you don't mind it because you love what you do. And that is helping others. It does look like here, you've been dealing with some kind of conflicts and delays and things like that. But it's saying here, you're going to overcome that, because because you've got, then here jumps down to the 3 of Cups with the 6 of Rods. And that tells me right there, celebration and victory is on its way for you. So with all this hard work, it's paying off. It's time. Your karma is being paid. And now it's your time to shine, hun. And it's saying that right here. So it's all right here with the, and then dropping down into more continuation of this. This is showing here where you have the 10 of Swords, but it's upside down. So this is a relief. This is time. It's movement. It's time. It's already time to move now. And things are moving forward toward you. And it does look like here, probably within or around the time frame of going to kick off for you and really be on in constant flow and happening in the time of, by the time of Sagittarius for you. I really feel like all this is, you're going to be overcoming all these obstacles and delays. Please do watch out for either your blood sugar, your blood, or your blood pressure. Okay. Because I'm getting something there, something where you're like, I don't know if you're having to prick your finger or what, but I am feeling kind of a sensation around the fingers. So I don't know what that is, but it's saying here, I'm just kind of pay attention to it. And that just might mean just, as much as just maybe being dehydrated, and you just can make sure you have your hydrating yourself basically and drinking enough water, especially in this time. I do feel like you have definitely found in the recent past, there you go. Drinking your water now. It does look like here in the recent past, I have here that, you are finding your niche, and you have found your niche in the recent past, and things are coming to you right now as we speak. Things are happening because of all the work you've been doing and you will be doing, and you don't mind it. You love what it's doing and what it's bringing. And when it is bringing, I think it already kind of started already and happened in the time frame of Cancer. So, and it's saying here, lots of fruition coming from that, and fertility coming from that growth. That growth is happening here, and it's just going to keep happening and snowballing for you. I do see here with this, the Ace of Pentacles in the near future, which just means this is something new happening here, a new financial situation, a new financial venture for you that's happening here. And the 3 of Rods is right next to that in the near future, which tells me basically is you're going to feel as if your ship has come in, basically. And that's what they're telling me here. It's celebration. This is not just, you might feel like you're like right now, it's just kind of limited, but it's not, hun. This is going to be when you are ready to branch out and be confident in yourself to branch out even more. It looks like here you're going worldwide here. This is going to be worldwide stuff going on. And it's saying here it's worth the investment. So no stressing. You're going to be able to accomplish what you've been wanting and your desires that you've been wanting. It looks like here that's happening here for you. You've got the wish card here in the final outcome, which shows here definitely your wishes are coming true. It does look like here, all that competition and everything that's out there, it's nothing for you. This isn't competition for you. There is no competition for you. Okay. Because you are in your own energy and your own power and your own beliefs, and you are able to help others in ways that nobody else can. And it shows right here, because of that, the 4 of Pentacles right there tells me financially, some people have negative issues or negative views of money. I feel money is a vehicle for you to use as to your freedom to do whatever you want. And that's freedom to help others, help yourself, help others. Because if you don't help yourself, you're not going to be able to help others. So, you have to keep filling your cup as well. So don't forget that, because when you give and you give and you give, sometimes you forget to, fill your own cup. And that means that's where things start to stress and you start to look down. And no, you need to kind of focus on yourself as well. It does look like here, because sometimes, you feel like maybe things aren't going as well as you'd like. You're holding on to things that you need to let go of, though, Julian. Okay. You need to be able to free yourself of these things that don't serve you anymore. Okay. So that you can move freely on your path towards abundance. And they're saying abundance, definitely. And I do see, yes, you're on the right path. So don't think you're not on the right path. But it's, sometimes you do need to release things that, do hold you back a little bit more. And it does look like here with this, I have mastery here. You are mastering something, but at the same time, it's like comes so naturally for you. It's not even work for you. And it's a passion. So it's showing love and passion. And this is something that you've been ready and waiting for. And I feel like it's all happening now. It's in the works right now. So it's all about perspective for you. So once you make your decision of what you want, and I think you already basically have that, because you found your niche now, news is coming in for you and starting to prosper for you as towards your wish and the actions that you need to be taking. It does look like here, once that happens, changes are happening. Once you make that decision, it's like, boom,
It's just going to flow and come to you. It's your time. It's your karma now. Okay. You're getting paid now for all that you've done before. It's happening. It's time. This is your time now. And it's like, and you're moving fast, regardless of, whether you think it's happening or not, it is happening. It might feel like it's not happening as fast as you would think it would happen, but it's all about, changes, life changes, and you making decisions around those life changes, because it's life changes towards success. And it doesn't look like your good news is definitely happening. I see happiness and joy coming into your life. I also see somebody from your past coming into your future. And it looks like here, there's going to be, with that, it's like almost as if you have found somebody, like, and this could be someone from your past life coming into your future, into your now and your future. And it's like as if like it's a reunion of some sorts. And it does look like here with this, the Justice card is here. You are now, even though things have been turbulent for you and are feeling a little upside down, things are now going to start to balance out, that you have had this life change. And when it happens fast. See, there's the fast. Where's that camera? There it is. It's happening suddenly. So, and it's all creating justice, and it's all creating balance in your life. And so with that, it does look like here, you have the ability to make it happen, hon. You have within you, everything that you need. And it does look like here, again, I want you to watch out for, and this could very well be someone that's close to you that maybe is having a medical issue, but it's saying here, it's going to be okay. The doctors are right there and looking at this, and you're going to be hearing good news. A lot of communicating, connecting as far as that is concerned as well, right there. I do feel here with this also, news is coming in for you that maybe you weren't thinking about, but it does look like here, I do see you going on a trip. It does look like here you're figuring out exactly how you can make this happen, but it's all about having faith, faith in yourself and faith in others and faith in source. And it does look like here you're overcoming a bittersweet situation, as well as this person who around you that's close to you that is kind of feeling that they are upside down as far as not feeling well, or things not going well for them. Things are going to be changing, but you are going to be very proud of yourself for making this change and this new beginning. It's like just having a leap of faith, just stepping out and just trusting it that it's going to be happening here for you. It does look like here also as well, you are being released from the ties. Once you make this decision, you're being released to a whole new you. You're being released towards your wishes and happiness. Okay. And right there is a great foundation, a great partnership. It's all happening here for you. Someone is coming, whether they're from your past life or someone from your past. But I do feel like that there's a connection happening here for you that you are either have not been expecting or you're not seeing coming at you, but you're going to be very happy. And I feel like this is definitely, I'm leaving this here with this is the last card so that you can start blessing others with your gift, is the Knight of Pentacles. And that's all around taking a chance. And this is all about having, you're moving forward, taking action towards a financial situation, and money is going to come. You don't value money as far as like, oh, it's like, you can't live without it, but it's something that you see as a vehicle to help you help others and help yourself as well. So you and Ethel can, travel around and do whatever it is that you want to do together, and share your experiences and your knowledge and helping others. And gee, I lied right there. I keep going with more cards. So so it does look like here again, you're taking action towards a financial situation that's going to lead to and blossom into probably, I'm going to say really, I think it's probably already happening in time frame of Virgo for sure. It looks like, yes, you've been thinking about other, what you have in front of you, but it's like as if an opportunity just presented itself or will be presenting itself to you if it hasn't already yet. I mean, I feel like something happened, but I think something's going to grow from that. And it looks like here an opportunity is going to be spreading and opening and blossoming and blooming for you around the time frame of March, April. So, which is going to be shifting for you around that time. And I'm going to leave that with you, and I hope that helps. Do you have any questions?
Wow, that was amazing, One.
And that was only half the deck.
Yeah, on so many different levels. I mean, numerologically, I'm in a 9 personal year, and after 9 comes 10, which is a 1, which is new beginnings. So 9, celebration of your graduation. But in the meantime, when one is in a 9 year, they go through a lot of changes. And one of them is the purging, because I call it cleaning your house physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually. And that's what has been going on in the last months in my life. So right on that. In regards to the financial and the spiritual adventure, praying and meditating and talking to God and saying, God, give me enough the finances and money to do whatever I need to do. But I want to take time to write. And I just finished the book that I was writing for many years. And I re-edited it and I rewrote it and all of that. And it's called The Little Wizard, My Transpersonal Journey. It's 350 pages and it's a poem. It's a poem of 350 pages in chapters, which is like totally amazing. And anyone
which is going to be a series.
Yeah, I was speaking to one of the people who's interested in putting it together and producing it stuff, and I said, you know what, this 350-page book is books. It's books. It's books.
Mm-hmm.
Of one book. So that's fabulous. In regards to people showing up from the past, very true. People, reunions. Matter of fact, I'm here in Pennsylvania, and that's one of the reasons, because tomorrow I'm seeing an old friend that I haven't seen in a long time.
Wow. Good.
So right on, girl, on that. On a trip, yes, there are, I'm invited to Greece. I'm invited to Florida. I'm invited here, there.
And you're invited to Arizona.
And Arizona. It's a little too hot there.
Tell me.
But, Arizona is like 110, 120. In Arizona, they're getting us ready to walk on Venus, the planet. But in regards to that, I've been putting my travel off because I want to finish this book, which I'm finishing and finished with. And then a lot what you said, because again, a 9 going into a 1, and the 9 is global. So I've been asked to do also different podcasts, do here, there, everywhere. And why sleep? It's just enough to rejuvenate, regenerate, walking, exercise. Went to Rockaway Beach yesterday. If people are in New York, please do that and take the ferry. So it's all good. It's all good, girl.
Beautiful.
It's all good.
It is. And we also want to acknowledge that somebody has been backstage and been waiting patiently. And I miss her so much, and I always adore her with open arms. Angela Ford, how you doing?
I'm okay, thank you.
Yes.
I was listening to everything. You're really, really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
I'm Peter's friend. I don't know if you remember me, Julian, or not.
I do, darling, because we met at a virtual conference. And this was a number of years ago, and we did exchange. And you're beautiful and fabulous. And it's been about 2-3 years since we.
So, Angela, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself that do not know you? Because everybody's like, wow. Yes, I'm very proud of Angela and her accomplishments. But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Angela Ford. I'm a psychic medium, and I work for the intelligence community. I worked for the intelligence community in Washington, D.C. for over 32 years, but for 9 of those years, I worked as a psychic. They called us remote viewers. So I solved cases, helping the government find hostages, weapons of mass destruction, and what else did I do? Oh, and at the time, it was during the 1980s when there was the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. So we did a lot of work against the the Soviet Union. We were able to travel in 2015. We got invited to go to Russia, and we met with the ex-Soviet psychics because the Cold War ended, and then we kind of became friendly with them. So we went to Russia and met them. And recently, we're trying to get a documentary going to say like what the Russians did and what we did. We spied on them and they spied on us, and that we got notified by our government that they're going to put us in the spy museum in Washington, D.C.
Congratulations. Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive. Well, nice to have you, Angela. And, you're always more than welcome anytime to come on your show.
What's the weather like in Arizona?
Hot.
When you like have your oven and you preheat your oven and it beeps and you're ready to put your pizza in, and you open up the oven and the heat comes and you can feel your skin tightening and shrinking, and it's so intense. It feels really good. That's it.
What do you mean it feels really good?
You have me freezing. I have the place here at 79 degrees for you, and I'm freezing. I'm being nice.
You're from Arizona?
I'm originally from back east, New York, Connecticut area. But I moved here years ago, and I love the heat. I love Arizona. I see the beauty in it. But when you're used to like living in 111, 120 degrees, 79 is cold.
I call that great.
Grizzly, you look good. You look really good.
Yeah.
It's called heat stroke.
I do. I feel really good. So I cannot complain. Angela, when I first got to Arizona, she took me out to dinner and I got food poisoning.
I know.
Yes. And it got so bad, the days went on and I was not getting any better. And she forced me to go to the emergency room. And it's a different story that will have you in stitches. But yeah, I feel really good.
We'll share that after stage.
Yeah. Well, I feel really good. So
you look good. You look good. Yeah, you look good. You look good too. Both of you look good, and you look good too.
Yeah, so Angela knows me from many years ago, right? And she's been with us for a while. Yeah. And yeah, Angela's never saw somebody next to me, so that's kind of a shock. And she's already picking up readings on you. I can tell. Look at her. Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to meet Angela in person because and Julian as well. I mean, we're gonna have like a little powwow here or something. We're gonna make a big old fire to add up to more heat.
How long? You're a good reader. How long have you been doing reading? You're very good.
Pretty much my whole life. My father was a master astrologer. My mom and my aunt and pretty much everybody in my family on my mom's side have been intuitive in some form. But I got the lion's share, so I get to, I get to remote view, and I talk to those that have crossed over, and a lot of other things that I just kind of lumped up as psychic. And I didn't really know that they all had names, but I have been wanting to be able to expand on my remote viewing and tighten it up because I want to be able to and sharpen it up because I want to be able to help those that are eventually be able to help while not cold cases necessarily, but before it becomes a cold case. I want to prevent it from having to be a cold case. Mm-hmm. And that's what I would like to do eventually. Find the path towards that somehow.
And for the audio listeners and Julian, I really didn't come out of my shell with some of my intuitiveness or abilities, however you want to classify it, until Angela kind of forced me into doing things. And she's like, you're going to remote view today, and I'm going to get a picture. You're going to tell me what it is. And put me, look at her, put me on the spot. And she made me stop and embrace things that I didn't think was possible. And we talk about it on A and myself, and I still get scared, but Angela saw things that she knew that was within myself, but it was hard for me to walk that line to process and learn. And Danny's like, oh no, you're going to learn. Let me show you what you're capable of doing. And you got to believe and have faith and trust. And those words have always stuck with me. It really has. And I contribute everything to where I'm at now because how you pulled it out of me and make me face some of my fears and let me know it's okay to be this way, right? And I really thank you a lot for that. So thank you, Angela.
Yeah, I think you're real good.
And I've been watching him. He's been on doing this thing on TikTok, and I have been watching him help others and communicate with others that just come on to the subscription page that he has on there. And these people are just complete strangers. He doesn't know who they are. He barely knows like their name if they don't even provide it. Can they even provide it on TikTok?
No,
I don't even know.
Sometimes they don't.
And he is just spot on like that. It's just like he tunes into somebody and he grabs it. And it's just amazing how he's just been blossoming and blooming right even in front of my eyes. So yeah, I think he's amazing. And I think he's going to go get stronger and stronger once he gets more comfortable with it.
It's just scary. That's all.
Mhm.
No, and you met Julian. Isn't he great? Isn't he good?
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh, Julian is amazing. I got a reading from him. I got two, actually, still two. But I am just so excited that he's here and that I get to actually be on his first show. So I'm excited because I wanted to be here with Julian and give him his reading. So, but yeah, because I wanted to give him a payback for all the wonderful readings he's given me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, it's just what I want to do and what I would like to do. Nobody knows about this. I don't know if I even disclosed with her. I like to do a show, nothing but you guys, and have everybody on it once and just let things unfold into the world. Because you all are so special and you're all so talented in each of their own ways, in each of your own ways. To me, it's impressive. And when we talk about things and, when Julian came onto the platform, Angela, I just don't accept everybody. We have very high criteria and morals and ethics, and we stand strong with that. But when people see Julian, they see Peter, they see you, Kelly Joe, whoever else that comes on, they are at the wow factor because there are so many people like we talked about that are out there for the wrong reasons and don't have what they say they have. And it's terrible. When they come to our platform, it's like, oh my gosh, what is this? How do you know this? And to see people's life change over shows and throughout the year, to me, it's just a blessing. And I always love to pay it forward. And it's just the way I am. And you all have good souls, good hearts. And when you all are all together, it brings out the best of each one of you all. And I get compliments every time after the shows, emails. Julian, when you first come on, people were blowing me up. Where'd this guy come from? How come you didn't have him on before? Blah. It was just, good people are good people. However, you all deserve things in life. And what Anne said with Julian, I actually see that and I get images, right? And my images are pretty accurate. They're not very wrong. But you are spidering out, Julian. And it's amazing to see this that you're not seeing right now because it will come to fruition. And it's just more validation when she speaks. And that's why I was shaking my head. Yeah, she's right. It is coming. And it's wild. And just to have Angela to come on the show and have her own show at any time, people love your all's energy. And I get so many compliments on how each one of you guys alter people's lives. They've gone through whatever in life, and they're down, depressed, anxiety, and whatnot. And after the show, they come out and thank us for having you all. We don't have to thank me. I thank you all because each person you touch, Julian, it's just like planting that seed, right? For later, for the crops to grow and grab your rewards. You all leave an impacting impact on people's lives that I don't think you really understand how much you change them. not only the positiveness that you give out, but the hope that things are going to get better and will change is there. But you got to believe in yourself first, right? And that words of encouragement echoes throughout their halls in their heart. And it's just amazing to see you all to do that to people. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody's out in the comments saying yes, absolutely. And
Ellen, I'm in my meeting, Ellen.
so, but yeah.
I can't talk, Ellen. I'm in my meeting.
I love this time. It's so unpredictable.
Listen.
Everything can happen at any moment. It's just, and that's where it's all about. It's not for us to freak out or anything. It's us to know, as the ocean flows or a lake or a stream, how the water is. We're here to embody that, realize that we're here to with everything, and understand that we're solution makers. We're solution makers. We are the ones who are creating miracles as human beings. We don't need to be cyborgs or.
Well, for a couple of things, Julian, Care Bear of Cards says, I look forward to Mondays at 7 every week now. A little twisted. I need encouragement, but lost my confidence as a stroke. And I can go on and on clicking on people's messages and sharing the emails and Facebook messengers. You all do. You all have a lasting impact on people. And that's why I was telling people in the beginning, what you see here is nothing what you get with them one-on-one. And I stress that so much, right? And it's something that people need to embrace and enjoy. It really is.
Yeah. I do want to say something. I noticed there was a question. I can't remember who was asking it about the remote viewing class, and if there's somewhere to go, it's being certified. I never had any formal training. I was just born this way, and as I grew up and I had experiences, things just kind of grew and stronger and became, apparent that I have it as an ability. And I just lumped it all up as psychic until all these other psychics, once I started doing events and things, started, having, like, some of them a little hoity-toity about their abilities, and they have, and they like to have names for them. That's when I started learning. I'm like, oh, well, what is that you do? Because they'd be like, oh, I can remote view. And I'm like, oh my, okay, well, what is that? And they'd be like, I can see this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I do that. I didn't realize it had a name, So a lot of my abilities, I just kind of lumped into, I'm intuitive. I have this gift or curse or whatever it is. But yeah, I've never been formally trained in anything. This is all natural for me. So, and the only way I found that it gets stronger for me is through helping others and doing for others. So, but I feel like that would probably be more of a question for Angela, because she seems to be
remote viewing is nothing more than ESP. It's just using its ESP abilities. And I think the scientists that were studying the field, they were scientists, so they had to name, of course, they name it something. They can't say ESP. So back in the early 70s, they were studying Chinese children that had precognition abilities. And when they were interpreting what the Chinese children were saying in Chinese to English, the Chinese children were saying, I remotely view, or I view remotely, and that's how the term came up. But remote viewing is nothing more. When you go into a remote viewing session, you get, the third eye opens, you can see things, you can feel things. Whatever it takes for the psychic to perform, that is the psychic methodology. And so the reason they called it remote viewing is because remote viewing has a protocol, meaning that the psychic goes into a situation blind. They don't know what the problem is. and then they have to access and describe the information. But remote viewing is nothing but a term, and I always say it just means ESP. It could come, anywhere in a dream. It could come in a vision. So it's just a scientific term. And whenever we needed to get money from Congress, it was a nicer word to use instead of saying psychic. It kind of made the non-believers soften up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah. So, because I don't feel like I don't necessarily need a certified class or to like get a little certificate from somebody. Because I know my clients tell me my confirmation. They give me my confirmation. They're my certificate for me. So and I feel like that might be the same way for you. Was it Ashley that asked that, or
Yeah, Ashley.
It was Ashley. Okay, yeah. But that would definitely be a question for Angela more than me, anyway. But yeah, I'm excited to meet everybody here today.
Yeah, anybody can. Yeah, if you're psychic, you're remote view. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, and let me throw this out, Julian, and I want your opinion as well, right? A lot of people are not psychic mediums. They are self-taught. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I don't disagree with that. But some people like Julian, Peter, Angela, Anne, right? And other ones that we know in our circle are born with it because of the family history and the genealogy and how it's passed down, or near-death experiences or severe trauma in life that triggers that. What's your take, Julian?
It's interesting because as Angela was speaking so eloquently from her heart, so soulfully, of course, I'm doing the numerology remote viewing. And because each of the each letter corresponds to a number, that number has a meaning, as conscious as a language. The remote viewing comes out to 30-12-3. What the,
You're breaking up there, Julian. Yeah, we're losing your audio, sir.
oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So remote viewing, the destiny of remote viewing, the soul meaning is a 39-12-3. That 1-2-3 Trinity is all about understanding the communication, not only communicating with people, but communicating within yourself and listening on a deeper level of what is happening, who you are. But it all comes from having faith and trust in not only yourself, but in source energy. That 39-12-3, that 12-3 also is the upside down. It's the tarot card of the hangman. And you're being asked to be upside down because we already see the right side up, which is the norm, but we're being asked to see life from the upside down so we can see the bigger picture. So remote viewing is able to see the bigger picture and beyond from a place of electromagnetic, a frequency from within ourselves and our field, connecting with the field of no space, no time, past, present, future. That's remote viewing. To your question in regard to intuition, we all have intuition. The first thing is to say, I'm intuitive. I am intuitive. And put that into your base of, it's like learning another language. When you learn another language, you basically learn it, but you learn it in different ways, and you shift your mind, your consciousness to learn that. So in intuition, what you're doing is you're shifting your brain in order for you to accept what is it that you're feeling, what you're hearing, what you're tasting, what you're smelling, beyond, because we're all feeling beings of consciousness. We're miracle workers.
I totally agree with that because, you know, a lot of people, since I've kind of come out a little bit in doing things out of the normal, they ask things about, you know, are you self taught or are you born with it? No, my mom actually has abilities and she asked God to take some of them away because of the fear and things that she knew that she did not want to know.
Mm.
So, do I look at it differently? No, because we're born with abilities, and as we get older, through childhood, we lose them. So I tell people it's more of rekindling what you learn. That's why when we see children, they see things we cannot see. They hear things we cannot hear. They see family members that they've never knew or known uh, because they're pure,
Exactly.
and that makes a difference.
Yes, exactly. Angela, would agree to that is the fact that children are more open because they have not been programmed to the matrix yet.
Correct.
And
Correct.
because of that, they're uh, they're open, free, also playful. Playful.
Well, I do know that whenever there was a scientific research done that was part of the psychic program, and they did say that there is a genetic component. That makes one psychic. It's in the genes, but they also found out that a lot of practicing psychics have more white mass in their brain. I guess isn't there like white mass and brown?
I do. And the only reason I knew that is because of the accident back in 2019. They thought I had a lot of mini strokes and they kept doing MRIs and CAT scans on me. And that's when they said I had a lot of lesions on there and white mass. I didn't know what that meant, right? And then on there, was like, look at your palm. What is that? I'm like, I don't know. Look at your other palm. You're branded. And I'm like, wow, I just never knew how that works. And you're right. So you're absolutely right.
And that's interesting because I had some work done on my head, and they came out with their results where my brain is full of lesions.
Yeah.
Covered in lesions. I don't know what happened. I guess I was just like dropped at birth. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, and I guess it comes from the bottom right part of the brain. It's if you can write and draw your remote, you can remote view. So there was a lot to it from the research side, but I do believe that we come out, we're born because we know intuitively it's time to come out. So
So you're interesting, Angela, when you said that because the doctors could not explain it, and they were concerned about the trauma and the distance of the fall I fell. So I've actually learned a lot just being around you guys and hearing things. And when you said that, then now I know about her brain. So somebody just asked a question, ladies and gentlemen, for listeners on iHeart and Spotify. What is a self-taught psychic? A self-taught psychic, ladies and gentlemen, is where they may not have abilities at the moment, but they learn how to open the door and rekindle those abilities and manifest them. Other people like Julian, Peter Marks, Angela, and Ane, it's there. And the more they work, the more it expands. It's just there. That is the difference. And there's nothing wrong with self-taught, and I don't want anybody to think that. There are a lot of people out there that don't have any abilities where I get concerned and they claim they do, and they're just out there to make a dollar and so forth. But yes.
I think too something happens where when you become psychic, your chakra centers start opening up too. Like
no,
you
you're absolutely right.
Your chakra. I just ended a remote viewing class with a gentleman, and he emailed me, and I think his third eye opened up because he said that something, he goes, oh, something happened. I think he's seeing orbs. But I think at certain times when you start learning and you get involved, your chakras and psychic centers open up, and then you're doing it. You're doing it.
Right, absolutely. And that's exactly what you told me years ago, right? And it's just interesting to see how things manifest and grow.
I
So,
feel
absolutely.
if I can say something, and
Yes.
and can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
yeah, I feel what's important is also to be aware with the world around you. If you're taking a walk in nature, let's say hello to the trees. If there's a butterfly, say hello to the butterfly. If you feel like hugging a tree, hug the tree. If you feel like singing, sing. Just allow yourself to feel and become part of the experience of wherever you are. Even if you're walking in the city, as I'm here in New York City, allow yourself to feel, to experience. I've been in the city for a while now, and every time I go out in the city, I'm like a tourist. I'm looking here, I'm looking there. I always find something adventurous going on, and life is an adventure. And if you have that je ne sais quoi, if you have that energy in yourself, you are passionate, and in that passion, you open yourself up to the universe.
Oh, absolutely. So we got time for a few. Cindy Simpson, here we go. 7-2, 1966. Julian, 7-2, 1966. Cindy Simpson.
1966, yes.
Yes.
So it's interesting because we're talking about intuition, and and I'm laughing because here's this woman who is a 7. So right away she comes in with understanding and knowing that she's an oracle, she's a Jedi, she's a person who has incredible sensibility and sensitivity. She's a 2. She's in partnership, and she's a bridge between this world and other worlds, as well as a very strong femininity. She's a 22-4 right away. If you're an 11 or a 22 or 33, with those master vibrations, you have the signature of being a medium. And what is a medium? A person who understands and is able to travel in between worlds, this world and subconscious, unconscious, or this world and death, or other universes. Also, she is a planner, an architect in many ways, and she's a double 4 in a 9. Let's see, 8. This is your time to shine, darling. This is your time to really show off the kingdom and the castle and the foundation that you've been putting together, and now your kingdom deserves to be shared in order for you to feel good about yourself, but also you're of service to others. You empower others in many ways. Blessings.
Angela?
Yeah, I'm picking up that she's a worker, she's a builder.
Sure.
She's a realist. She's very spiritual, but she's a realist also. The 7, I feel, makes her very mutable. She can adapt to any situation. She has a lot of air. She can adapt. She's mutable, and I do feel this is one of the better times. She's in a very good aspect of her life right now. I feel that there's a lot of balance. And you're right about the foundation. You built the foundation, and you're bringing the spiritual in with the physical in this aspect. But I think very strong personality.
Most of it.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cindy has got the wow factor going on, Julian and Angela. So, yes, absolutely. All right. Let's see here. Lorna Nickel. August 25th, 1963. August 25th, 1963.
See, it's interesting because you had the 7-2 1976, you had the 7 here, and you have a high 7 here. So Lorna is here to realize, and she has the signature of the higher mind. Lots of responsibility, here to understand commerce, here to understand her business woman nature, and at the same time to really be flexible and free with herself, because she's a leader, and a leader teaching other people how to lead. 87617 double sevens. She can also have a tendency to hide and not share her gifts the way she deserves to. And at the same time, very sensitive, very psychic, and at the same time, 87685, going through a period right now of organizing, of cleaning herself and purging, in order for her to even build a stronger home, a stronger foundation in the changes that are taking place, especially after her birthday. So she's in a training period in order to get a little bit more serious of who she is and what she's here to do, to share her talents, because there's many changes taking place. And one of those changes is also travel.
Interesting. Just pointing at you.
Oh, me.
Did you want to give the or
Yeah,
Oh.
you can't hide anything from Angela. I'm sorry. Yeah, she knows. So
Okay, so Lorna. Okay, we're focusing on Lorna. I was all engrossed in the reading.
Does that make any sense?
yes, absolutely. And yeah, they're very impressed.
I was picking up that the seven. I feel like she's like a butterfly. Is what I feel like she's a butterfly. And I do feel a lot of changes coming up.
Yes.
It was after her birthday. She's in the year of change. Sometimes under this aspect, people want change. They're ready for change, but the universe will make some changes that maybe you don't want. But you have to go along with the changes, because you'll come out on the other end. The following year, you'll get the benefits of the changes that you made this year. But I see you as a butterfly.
Interesting. You're all getting confirmation on everything. Yes, Lorna, thank you so much. And turn on the other camera. I wanted everybody to see what she does, because a lot of people don't understand
Those
how
are
people
beautiful
do
cards.
Thank you. It's
What
the
kind are
Hanson Roberts deck.
They're beautiful.
So it's close to the Rider Waite that I grew up with. But Lorna, it does look like here, hon, that sometimes you feel like you're not, inspired as much as you would like to be. It looks like you've had to overcome some complications and a little bit of chaos in the past, which is kind of like felt like maybe you're not where you want to be for yourself, emotionally. And it does look like here, though, keep moving forward, keep doing what you're doing, because it's right now, we got the World card right here with the Four of Pentacles here. That tells me the now position, things are starting to look up for you. They are. It's all about perspective. I do see things here, right here, that can be obstacles. And that's where, lack of taking movement, because you're feeling out of sorts, or maybe that you're not feeling as well as you'd like to physically. And don't worry about feeling confident in yourself, because you have the ability to do whatever it is that you are definitely wanting to do. So but all these cards are upside down, which means kind of like you're afraid almost to even speak up, and it looks like you're almost like kind of afraid to even take action on some things. But if you do, once you overcome that and you have your confidence in yourself, you will get your shine back right there with whatever it is you're dealing with at the moment. And it's saying here with this, the 10 of Cups tells me in the near future with the Wheel of Fortune and the Wish card and the Death card, that you need to be proud of yourself, because the epitome of love and happiness is on its way, and it's in your life right now. You will be getting your wishes. And it does look like here, changes and transformations, they're happening within you right now. That's kind of why you're not feeling exactly where you want to be, or where you're feeling comfortable in your own skin at times, because you're changing. It's like almost kind of like, you're shedding the skin that it doesn't work for you anymore. It's too tight. You need to start moving and growing. And this is blossoming, basically, because you are going to be very proud of yourself. And I think around the time frame of probably I'm going to say Scorpio time frame, things are really going to start to move for you. Things are start to come to you easily. And I do see you have a great foundation in what you're wanting to do. So keep moving forward, hon. Are coming that you've been wanting to do, and it looks like here again I'm going to say, you know, I say Scorpio, but you know, it's all kind of happening really around the time frame of I would say probably Leo already. So it's already happening. And it looks like here with this, you know, social invites are going to be happening. You're going to be getting invites. And it does look like here with this also opportunities that are being presented to you. And you've got 1, 2, 3 nights here, which tells me lots of action will be happening. Right now they're upside down, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to happen. It just means you take this time for yourself to focus on you and what you're needing and what your soul is needing at the moment. And if things aren't moving around and you're feeling a little stagnant, it's because your soul is absorbing the growth that you're having and experiencing. Because once it happens, you're going to take off.
Interesting. Yes, interesting. So, Julian, how do people reach out to you, say hello, follow you on social media and everything?
Julian Michael. I'm on Facebook as Julian Michael. I'm on Twitter, Julian Michael 11. I'm on LinkedIn, Julian Michael. And on Instagram, I'm Soul Magic, SOLMAGIK, SOLMAGIK, Soul Magic. And now on TikTok, Julian Michael 89. Julian Michael 89, and I'm 323-384-1333, 323-384-1333.
That would be a good name for your book, Soul Map.
Yes.
You know, it was interesting. I was thinking the same thing during the show, and when he said that, it was like, wow, okay. So, yeah. Angela, how do people find you and follow you?
You can email me. It's my name backwards, FORDANGELA04@gmail.com. And they're all over capital. They're all over letters. And my cell phone, you can text or I text 443-624-5874.
Awesome. You know, it's
624-5874.
And it's always a pleasure to have good people with good company. And Julian, welcome to the family. Here to help you as many ways as I can. You have my direct phone number now.
Yes, I do.
Me, and I'll do anything I can.
Yes.
Nice meeting you, Renee.
Nice meeting you, hon. I can't wait to see you in person.
And One, thank you so much for that amazing reading. It was just it was so beautiful, so on, and it touched me in so many ways. Thank you.
My pleasure. Anytime.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm still learning the time zone difference. You got Angela coming up, and don't forget to check her out. And from coast to coast, around the world, everybody. Godspeed. See you shortly. Bye.
Thanks, Angela. Blessings as well. Ciao.